welcome drive along fans. Here we are once again on another epic journey from here to there, and then I'm going home. Yes, today for some unknown reason has rendered it rather lucky for me, that is. I am now leaving this area of Liverpool and I'm going back to the yard because my delivery has sort of, let's just say, made it so. They wanted 20 pallets and now they've got 16. So I've got 4 left. Full freebies, I imagine, but hey, whatever. So I'm now going to go back to the yard and go home. I thought, well, you know, I might as well put the cameras on and show you lot this little adventure on the way back to the yard. I don't know how long the back cameras will last for, but I have had them on charge. But yeah, these two, these will go all the way. So, because I'm only in Liverpool, they ain't far. Right, so I'm going to take a nice little stroll, as you do, and just enjoy the scenery. Granted, the biggest part of it is going to be the motorway, but at least you'll see this little bit again. I have done it before, a while back now, mind you. Yeah, whatever. So what I'm going to do today, just for you, right, I am going to fuddle with your noodle. Because when I fuddle with your noodle, and your noodle's been fuddled with, fuddling with your noodle is quite curious. I'm telling you now. It really is. So enjoy. As you can see, I know I'm being all formal, but anyway, just forget it. No, dear, I can't do it. Oh, as you can see, I'm driving down here, right, and I am actually driving in the cycle lane, right? Well, at least partly of it. My wheels are in it, right? The reason for that is because, one, I'm a HGV, I've just come out of an industrial lane. 2, well, it's placed there so that obviously cyclists can use it, but we also have to use it as well, hence the lines are broken. And because the lines are broken, we can drive in it. But as it widens up, as courtesy, even though I fucking hate them, I move over, look, into the space where my vehicle will fit in between the dotted line of the middle of the road and also the long elongated dotted line of that. So, you know, I'm not all bad. You know what I mean? I'll do my best. There are places where it just ain't gonna happen. No, it's just not gonna happen no matter how much you try. So, you do your best. You know full well this vehicle is a wider vehicle than a car, so when driving down there, you have to use the road as appropriate to yourself. Now, if the line that separated the road from the cycle lane was a continuous line, well, then that's where it gets a little bit fucking iffy. Well, not that it would be though in the first place, because I don't think anybody would put a cycle lane down there with that boneheaded of a fucking task to put a continuous line. Because if it's continuous, well, you're not supposed to break it. Can't go into it. Nope. Need to know now. But fortunately for us, it was fine. Yeah. Happy days. Happy days, of course. Yes. Well, it shouldn't take too long to get from here to there and there to here, as long as it's 12 o'clock on a bank holiday Monday. Hopefully most people will be off work, but looking around here, it don't look like it. Then again, bank holiday Monday, is it really a bank holiday these days? It's more of just an average work day, isn't it, to be fair? I mean, look at me, I'm here, driving my truck. Well, I ain't driving at the moment, I'm sat at the traffic lights, but you know what I mean, I'm at work. So with me being at work, fuddling with your noodle, you know, it's just one of those things, isn't it? But let's hope that the motorways aren't too busy. I have got the window down for a moment because it's a bit warm. I'm not complaining, mind you. We're talking about warm, and you know me about the warm. Sunshine. Wonderful stuff as it is. I thought, oh, great! I didn't start work till, well, I say start work. I wasn't due in to start work until 8:30. I thought, great, I can use my bike. Takes the cover off, unchange it, sits there, watch a bit of telly before I go to work. Gets to my bike and nothing. So, I mean, this isn't just as in start. I mean, this is when you click it onto on, because of it being fuel injected. I'm going to have to tell you this, because if I don't, you're going to go, your bike don't start with a key. Yeah, we know. When you stick it on with the key, right, it does its pre-ignition system start, right, which basically means it makes sure everything's okay, primes the fuel, because it's a fuel injected system. It's not carburetors like a standard carbureted bike, it's a fuel injected system, so it has to prime it. Same as a car does the same, because they're fuel injected. If you actually turn the ignition to the click before you start on a car, you'll hear the pumps prime before you start, and that way you know that if you do that and wait, then you go, it'll start with it, you go, and it'll start straight away. Whereas if you just go whack straight to start, it goes, then it'll start. So anyway, a little bit of information for you. So of course, do that, nothing. I think, oh crap, what's going on here? So I pressed the button to start, nothing, it's dead. I thought, oh no, have I killed my car? What the fuck's going on? Have I killed my bike, should I say? So I thought, well, I want to go to work on my bike. And I'm thinking, well, your car now, it's fucked, it's flat. You can't start it out. I thought, I'll have a good bump starting it. Oh, I tell you, sometimes when you do have these crazy ideas in your head, they should stay in your head, shouldn't they, really? Because it didn't work, it failed miserably, but I thought, oh, I know what I can do. So I got my car. I could have gone to work in my car, piece of piss, and that would have been the end of it, but I thought, no, I've got to go on my bike. So I backed my car up, and my bike outside in the what's the name, and I jump started with the jumper cables. So no, that took a while though, because it didn't like it. It fucking didn't like it at all. Hang on, dude. Did I? Really? Fuckwit. Buses are crap! I got my indicator and I move over so you can pull out, not just fall out in fucking front of me, arse box. Anyway. Oh look, I'm going past this again. I was just the other day, I had a message on my YouTube channel about this particular video, but one previous, that's the same place, and they said that little building there that looked derelict, oh fuck, who cares? It looks run down. There's a car park apparently, and I'm like, really? Car park? Honestly? Interesting. But anyway, beside the point. So of course, there I am this morning, and I've got my jumper cables out, and I'm attached to my car, attached to my bike, and it lit up like a fucking Christmas tree, and then and it took a while to get it to start, because it being prime and all that sort of shit. So once it got going though, it's fine, it was alright, it was not a problem. I sat there for about 5 minutes or so, letting it run, and yeah, great, it's alright now. So hopefully when I get back to the yard, I can spark it back up again while I'm doing my bits and bobs, and let it run and tick over, so it'll put some charge back in the battery. I just hope that it hasn't killed it, because when you run the battery flats on cars or bikes, whichever, it can cause damage. But I'm hoping not. I'm hoping I might be lucky, because it may not have done it before, like, you know. But I will say this though, right? The bike itself, that's a bit of a flaw, because when you put the handlebars around to put the steer lock on, right, with the key, because you can just turn it off and pull the key out, and you can just move the handlebars about. But if you turn it round again to another point and pull the key out, it puts the steering lock on it. But just one small little movement further round puts the frigging parking light on it. Now that's a bit of a crapper, that, isn't it, really, when you think about it? I don't get that. surely the lock should be the last thing, and the park should be before the lock, if you like. So say for instance, if you go somewhere, you put it into park, pull the key out, yes, it'll lock the steering wheel, job's a good one, but right the way around to the hilt should be locked, no parking lights on, done, walk away. And but there you go, that's just me picking flies as usual, but hey, it just seemed a bit weird. And then obviously I've gone and left the bike for a couple of days and not realised, because once I chucked the cover over it, because the park light only puts the rear lights on, and if you ain't looking at the rear lights directly, you won't know they're on, to be fair. So hence the flat fucking battery this morning. I'm well racked off of that. It fucking pissed me off like you won't believe. But hey ho, whatever. You know, crisis averted. I soon sorted that crap out by, like I say, I jump started this morning. And yeah, so fingers crossed it hasn't caused too much of a problem. But if not, I'll just have to get a new battery for it. But I'm hoping I'll have to go and have a ride around the block when I get back to it today, and just get it charged. I've got to go and put some petrol in anyway, so I'll go and do that. And blah blah blah, as you do, you know what I mean? It's it's bank holiday, you know what I mean? It's great, eh? I love it. It's wonderful stuff. It's not a 70 mile an hour road, sat nav, it's only a 60 mile an hour road. Makes no difference to me, because I can only do 53. Yeah, I know. So, there you have it. Happy days, as you say, happy days, I know. Oh, it's all good fun, all interesting stuff and what have you, so. But just for your entertainment, oh, here we go. Just for your entertainment the weekend, I managed to put 2 videos up for you, didn't I? Yes. I noticed there was a few of you there impressed. Well, I'll do my best, you know what I mean? I like to do what I can. I have got another one to put up yet, which is a follow-on from the handover to devices. I've got to do devices until the battery goes flat, but I haven't done that one yet. But being as I'm going home at this time of the day, I might just decide to have a crack at it. It's going to be a long one, that is, though. So, well, if I have, I have. Because you ain't seen it. I mean, you haven't seen this one yet, so I may have done. Oh, you're watching it now, are you? Oh, then. Hello, right here. Enjoying yourself? I know I am. I'm having loads of fun here. I've got to get off. Have I? Hang on. What now? Yeah, I'll get off here. It'll be alright. I'll get off here. Why, you know, if that there says the 56, which is lower down anyway, why get off here? I'm a bit perplexed about that. I'd like to know. 57 to 62, I know that much. Yeah, we've got that. Well, if that says the 56, where's that going? Stuff it. I'm going to go this way. As you can tell by looking at this road, they are actually doing some serious work with it. And why? Probably because it's a big bag of shit originally, and then they are converting it from a big bag of shit to a non-big bag of shit. Continuous road all the way off, straight the way down, no stopping. It's all to do with traffic calming, it really is, yeah. Even though most of the time on the motorway, this new smart motorway shit and traffic calming, yeah, it calms it all the way down to a stop. Brilliant that, isn't it? Oh, I know that. Like I say, let's hope we don't have none of that today, and we can have a nice little drive all the way back down to the yard. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Oh yes. And I can wobble along, talking crap to you lot, trying to keep you as amused as I possibly can. And whenever I come to any situations in the road, I'll do my best to explain how, why, what, for, and when. You know what I mean? To attack the situation. Because that's one thing I've noticed of late. because obviously you lot are starting to increase in volume, which is nice to see. You know, I'm on 2,408 subscribers now. I mean, this is just insane. Me personally, I still don't get it. It doesn't make no sense to me. But hey, I'm still happy either way. But when you lot tell me that you watch my videos and you enjoy the fact that, one, I make you smile, right? Which is it's a given. You know, you have to do it. It's part and parcel of it. I'm gonna have to move over now. I'm gonna move over. I'm gonna move over. So there's that, but also, which really, really makes me smile, right? And I feel really proud of that fact, is that when I do actually explain shit, that you guys actually get it, you understand. And I hope with that you actually put it into practice, because if you do, it'll make your life a bit easier. At least I hope it will anyway, you know. I'm a bit perplexed now, because my sat nav is saying one thing but the road is saying another. That's it. Fucking sat nav's playing a wanker game again. Bastard. You said move over first. Now you say move back again. You said move over first, and then you say move back again. Make your fucking mind up. Told you before, if you're going to continue on this fucking path, me and ye are having a fucking chat. I'm telling you. You pain in the arse. We want M62 East, which makes sense really when you think about it. I don't know why the fuck I'm going to go there for. Why is that going to take me to the aim? What? Nothing? Can I stay in this lane? I might as well. There's no real need. No, it doesn't say. Does it? Oh, that's a bit boring, isn't it? Oh well, I'm here now, so fuck it. Let's see what happens. See, when you come up to a situation like this and you're not quite sure, you have to like gauge it and see what happens. But this is what you will do when in a situation like this, is you'll want to pull out and then mess people about, right, is what you're going to want to do. Well, I'll put my indicator on because I'm watching this guy here, so I'm going to move into the middle lane, wait to see what he does, let him continue on his little journey, then move over again out of the way, because I don't want to interfere with this lad, you see, because I'm a nice guy. Then I'm going to have to move over again, so my indicator's back on again, because I've got to come out the middle lane to go on this one, which is a little bit confusing, because you think, well, hang on a minute, aren't you doing a bit of a fuck around there? Yeah, but the thing is, I may be fucking myself around, but I'm conscientious of what I'm going to do to other people, how I will interfere with their journey. I don't mind them going on further in front of me first while I make my manoeuvre, and as you can see, this road is still not playing games, it's still moving in the wrong direction. So I've got to move over again in a second, but maybe, just maybe, I might not have to. I might be happy enough to stay here, but we'll see. No, it doesn't look like it. It splits off again, so I'm going to have to move over again. So again, watching my mirrors, making sure the traffic moves out of the way. You're not going to cut them up and signalling to move over, right? To make my manoeuvre, and then continue on the lane that I need, and obviously stop when the lights change. But as you notice, for each mistake that I made with that junction there, because first of all I was in the wrong lane anyway because I wanted to turn right, but the thing is, when you look at the situation, dual carriageway, and you're following it round dual carriageway coming to a motorway, 9 times out of 10 it works all the way around anyway with 2 lanes, but this one didn't. But I don't know it that well, so looking at it and observing what's around me, instead of just barging on through, allowing the traffic along the lane that I want to get into to pass me, to make sure there's a gap, so that when the gap is there available, then move over. And that way they get on with their journey, I can do mine, because I'm the one who wants to make the manoeuvre, not them. They're already in the lane they want. So simple as that. Now, does that make sense? Did you understand that little bit of a logic there? I hope you did anyway, because I know I didn't. No, I didn't really. But that's pretty much what I do. If I have made a mistake, whereas I'm not in the right lane because I'm not quite sure, right? Because I always said to you, our lane when we approach an island is the left-hand lane, and again, most of the time, but not always, but most of the time when it comes to a big island like that, it will be an effect, a dual carriageway effect all the way around the island to go in the direction you want. Unfortunately, that didn't. It had fucking several different directions he was giving it. Either way, I was keeping an eye on the mirror, like a recap, just so you understand. Keeping an eye on the mirror, let the vehicles pass me, right, until there's a gap, manoeuvre over, follow the lane around again till I approach a point where the lane changes, because it changed again. So once again at the lights, waited, let the vehicles pass me, find a gap, signal, manoeuvre over again, and then you're in the right lane now, so you follow it all around and off you go. Nobody got messed with, nobody was cut up, there was no violation there in any kind of sense. It was just a misunderstanding of the written lines and the information given, so I just corrected it that way. But I allowed the vehicles around me to get out of my way, not me pushing the way. Because a lot of people would do, they just go, and then like, fuck everybody else, just get on with it, you know what I mean? But that's not really the right way, and that ain't really the safe way to do it, is it? To be fair, that's just stupid. But look how easy that was to put myself in the position I wanted to do from being in the wrong position. It was so simple. It was a piece of piss. Nobody got bothered. I did what I needed to do. See, it works. It's just when you think about it, you've got to think about these things. When you understand how these things work, it makes it all the more easier. Happy days. But look at the blue skies. Look at the fluffy clouds. I like the fluffy clouds. The fluffy clouds. They are fluffy clouds. Oh yes, they're fluffy clouds. Everybody likes their fluffy clouds. I know I do. What? I'm looking at the fluffy clouds. Leave me alone. Fluffy clouds are all around. So, we will be getting off the M62, because that's what we're on now. We are on the M62. Junction, I think it's 9. Could be 10, 9, 10, 9. It's the M6 I'm after anyway, so whatever. Who the fuck cares? You do, Jace, because that's the way home. If you miss it, you're fucked. You've got to turn around and come back again. Well, that is true. As we embark on this epic motorway journey, I will try and highlight as much interesting information for you lot. So far, I ain't doing too bad. Not bad, is it? At least there's something to look at. Ish. Oh, and also, just for your amusement, we'll be driving through the roadworks. Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. Now I may, depending on how I feel, be spending most of the roadworks in lane 2, or if it's reasonably clear and it's not too bad, I might stay in lane 1. But we ain't got there yet, so I don't know. But hang on a minute, just in case. It could happen. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, just over there, there's a picture of a head. No? Is it a monument of a head? And I was told what it was all about, but I forgot. It's some sort of nature thingy-majiggy, whatchamacallit, I don't know. It's over there somewhere anyway. I wouldn't mind actually going and visiting it just to see for myself and having a good old sniff at it. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea actually, would it really? Yeah. Instead of driving past it, why don't you just go up there and have a look yourself? It's not a bad idea, that ain't, Jace? One day I might just do that. Yeah. And one day I'll fucking retire and all. Whatever. So what are you doing on this wonderful bank holiday Monday, which has been and gone by now, but what did you do on your wonderful bank holiday Monday? Was you able to leisurely just mope around the house, or go off out on a picnic, or to the zoo, which I never understand, but hey, that's just, yeah. Is it me, or I mean, I'm not a fan of zoos. I don't think I ever have been, to be fair. I know that there are certain zoos that do some pretty out there stuff on the preservation of animals, and I'm obviously like, there is that, like, but that's the good side, I suppose. But me personally, no, I'm not a fan. I do remember one incident, sort of, well, I can rephrase it so it doesn't sound so bad. I remember a time when I was a kid, right, and me, my sister, my mum and dad, way back when, we went to Drayton Manor Park and Zoo. Yes, remember that? Remember the days when it was, oh, welcome to Drayton Manor Park and Zoo. Boo. And me personally, I was more excited about all the fun fairy type rides and all that sort of shit, whereas then we had to go and be carted off to the zoo, like, oh, do we have to? You boring. And I never liked it. I never did. I remember it. I do. I remember just hating it. It was bollocks. I'm sorry, but no disrespect to the zoo itself, like, because it's just me. I do not find them at all interesting. No. No. I mean, even if I had, like, if yeah, alright. If I had kids myself, I don't think I'd ever venture going to a zoo, unless obviously the missus turns around and says, we're going to the zoo, and I go, and I just shut up and just get on with it, like, you know what I mean? Like pretty much most men would probably do anyway, unless you are a zoo person, you like to get to zoos. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how does it work? I don't know. I've no idea. I don't get it. But for me personally, no. Is that weird? Are any of you lot out there feel the same way? Think that zoos are pointless? I don't mean as in, because don't forget, some zoos out there across the world, they do this, like a preservation of certain species that are literally on the brink of extinction, you know what I mean? So there is good parts about it, the research and all that. But as like a tourist attraction, just to go and see these kind of animals, no. No. Sorry, but no. And obviously you have them ones where you can drive through the park, and the animals are roaming through it free. I have done that before, I think, but that was a long time ago. Long time ago. I was a mere sproggit, and I don't even know if I like that either. But anybody with a bit of brain, if you're going to go through one of those things, is before you enter, you make sure that, one, as a parent, not me personally, but if you're a parent and you're going to go through those things, please make sure that your rear doors have the child locks securely on, right? And my vehicle has child locks on the back door and on the back tailgate as well, plus it also has window locks as well, so I can actually lock the windows from the driver's point, right? And your car open fuck all, right? You can't even put the window down if you're a passenger in the front passenger seat. You can't do nothing. You're done, right? I've got the gadget here to release people, right? Ford Explorer, brilliant. See, they think of everything Ford. They're great. So that's the first thing I do. Windows are up. Child locks are on the doors. They're done. Your car get out the back. So you've got kiddlywinks in there. They ain't doing nothing. They can stand on the buttons, they can pull the levers, nothing's happening, right? And make sure that your missus has got a brain, and she can stay there as well, right? And like I say, window, lock the fucker. make sure you're the one with the brain, because whatever. And that'll be locked as well. And you can have a nice little drive around and see the animals doing a thing, if they do ever appear, what have you. But if they do start jumping up and down on the car, and like monkeys can do, or whatever it is happens, don't worry about it. Just keep pootling it at around about your 5 miles an hour, whatever it is, and have done, and that's the end of it. You ain't got to worry about it too much. So, they'll jump off when they need to. Whatever you do, don't start panicking. And if a lion jumps on your bonnet, then a lion jumps on your bonnet. You just sit there, you just carry on driving. Don't worry about it. Don't notice. But to get out your car and trying to shoot it off, I mean, yeah. Hence, dinner, you will become. Let's just get one thing straight, shall we? There is this table called the predator table, right? The apex predator. And yes, we are at the top of it. But believe it or not, there's only one reason why we are at the top of this table, and it's got fuck all to do with being a predator. It's because we've got the brains to create things that can do in other animals, guns and shit like that, and fucking all sorts of tranquilizer darts and poisons. And we can think of all sorts of crap to annihilate them, right? By making shit to annihilate them. But if we were out there without any tools or any kind of devices that we could carry, just our donnies and feet and legs, you're going to be food. There's no two ways about it. You are going to be a lovely snack, right? The cubs will be chewing on your frigging testicles for at least 5 minutes. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. It's going to happen. So you stay in the bugger. Just because you're driving your car through and it's an open sanctuary, these things are not tame. You can't go up there and give them a good fucking rubbing in the belly, like tickling them, or throw a fucking ball for them. No! Stay in your vehicle. I don't know where that came from, mind you, but hey, whatever. At least it's a good bit of information to have. Oh, here we are. Here we go. You just can't go nowhere, can you? Fucking traffic. Happy days. Brilliant stuff. Wonderful. Magic. Great. Lovely. Awesome stuff. Checking in me mirror while my wanky data's on. Wanky data's on. Wanky data's on. Slow myself down so I get in the lane. Get in the lane. With the truth. Oh. Nice. Come on, people. There's plenty of gaps to move over. I mean, just keep going. Go on. You can do it. Is it because people are coming home at this time of the day? I mean, if it was me, I would leave it over. I wouldn't bother until at least 6, 7 o'clock at night before I started to venture off home. Fuck that. I should not be tired. I'm yawning. I don't know why, but I shouldn't be. I looked at my sleep analysis app that I've got on my iPad, because I have a sleep analysis thing to make sure how my sleep pattern's going and what I'm doing, and I actually cracked 100% sleep cycle last night. I don't do it very often, but when I do, it's quite an achievement. Apparently, I've figured it out that this, well, I say I figured it out, it looks like I figured it out anyway, because I remember the pattern I had last time where it was 100%, and it was exactly the same wave chart format. So it's sort of like you start off, you do your rumbling, you ain't quite asleep, and then it goes down to deep sleep, and it goes back up again to sleep, down, up, down. It does this weird like weavy pattern, but it's identical all the way across the thing. So, and I've done that last time as well. So yeah, I end up with 100% sleep, which is good. And plus, as I went to bed at, what time was it last night? I think about 10 o'clock, I think it was. So I had a real good night's sleep anyway, because I didn't get up till 7 o'clock. Jumped in the shower. So yeah, I was quite impressed that. I know I have been doing that. On the weekend, I don't know why I keep doing it. I keep forgetting to turn the damn thing off. Because when you wake up, you're supposed to then slide it up to turn it off, and then that read your analysis and see what percentage of it. And I've forgotten to, and it was like 12.5 hours it had been activated while it was downstairs, while I've been faffing with my computer and whatever. So I'd buggered that one up, but again, still don't work out right. But anyway, I do like to analyse it and see what's what. And you can also put what they call sleep notes on this thing as well, so you can add things to tick before you turn it on, or when you turn it on, or whatever it is. It's also an alarm as well, so you can have it as an alarm. The weekend won't alarm unless you actually activate it, but there's a standard it will do as through the weekdays. And this sleep note thing is for, say, whatever you've ate or whatever you've drank, what are you doing, what are you thinking about, how you feel, blah blah blah. And you can also add to those as well, like I have done. Standard ones on there is like drink coffee. So if you've drank coffee before you've gone to bed, tick the box or highlight or whatever. If you've had food late, so you've had food and you've gone to bed, you tick that box, because all these little factors that you add to it contribute into how your sleep's going to be. So and last night, to be honest with you, because obviously I went to bed at the reasonable time. I hadn't drunk coffee, and I had earlier on in the day, like, so like the last time I had a cup of coffee was probably around about, I don't know, 7 o'clock or something like, because I was drinking water as well. So you know, I didn't have that one on. I have tinnitus, so I had to put that myself. I writ that down because I suffer with my ears. I have tinnitus, or if you want to be posh, it's tinnitus, but it's tinnitus. So I tick that one all the time, because that can affect sleep with some individuals out there, depending on what type they've got. Me, I've had mine for over 20 odd years, so I'm used to it and it doesn't bother me no more. And so I stick that on and listen to that going. Yeah, my ear rolls all, but it doesn't bother me. I say it about it. And then I've got other ones as well, because obviously sometimes of the way I feel. So I've got like one that's not tired but got to get up early. So if I'm going to bed because I've got to get up early but I'm not tired, I tick that box. If I feel anxious about the day before, so I tick the anxious box. Because there are times when I've had to go to work and I'm fucking tossed and turning because my head's going over and over and over and over and then trying to worry. Well, I'm worrying about the day that's going to come ahead because of some situation and what have you. So I have that one. Bored, right? I go to bed because I'm bored, right? I'm not necessarily tired, so I'm just bored. So I tick that one, and so on and so forth. You can keep adding as many sleep notes as you possibly want, but it all contributes to the actual sleep pattern that you get, and it'll analyse it and what have you, and gives you a rough idea of what's going on. And I've been doing that now for quite a while, and I quite enjoy it. It's like an habit now. I like it. I do. I think my average realistically through the whole lot that I've done so far, I think it's about 7.2 is what it is. No, hang on, no. Let me get it. 72%, and it's 7.2 hours is an average of sleep I tend to get, but it's 72% overall. Not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad, I suppose. Yeah. I don't know why I decided to do it. I was curious as well, because I know there is apps out there that do, record your sleep. So I always wondered why I used to wake up tired. You know what I mean? I was always wanting to know why that was. And it's true. I mean, I have actually woke up tired. I mean, I'm exhausted. And when I had this sleep app going on, it turned out that because it reads and listens to what you're doing and your movement and your breathing, yes, it can pick all that up. It's very sensitive. It's quite cool, actually. I was noticing that I wasn't really sleeping. I was in the sleep point, but not the deep sleep where I should be. And due to the fact that I was going to bed too late anyway, so that didn't help. So then I changed it, and it has helped in a way. So a little bit of useless information there for you, just in case you was wondering. There you have it. It's just one of those things, you know what I mean? looking forward to the hospital appointment, having my vocal cords looked at and find out what's going on. I had to try to have a go at singing on the weekend, you know, and I couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. Just could not do it at all. So couldn't even make a freaking note. It was terrible. I mean, today, I probably could, but I'll have to wait and see when I have a look. You have to bear with me a second because I'm going to have to get Agent J out. Hang on. There we are. Oh, that's better. Getting a bit much, that was. Look at the lovely fluffies. Ah. I must admit, right, this is going to sound bizarre now, okay, so just bear with me, right, yeah. My older glasses, which are the same, similar to these, there was a lock, right, but there was a matte black they were, right, even the lenses looked matte black, and they were so freaking dark, it's untrue, but when you put them on, the clouds just seem to go whack. And these aren't as good. I mean, they are darker than the ones I've previously had, like, you know, but they're not as dark as them. These things, they was just awesome. But no. And I've tried to try and get that same pair, and I just can't. Can't find them. They've just disappeared. They've gone. I don't know what the fuck's happened to them. It must have been a one-off, I think. Meh. Looks like these sheeps are going out for a day out, aren't they? Wow, they're all in there. They're off on a tatar. No. Maybe they're going to the zoo. Oh dear. Well, I mean, you never know. Lamb chop, anybody? Don't bother me, none. No, not at all. And why is that? Well, you see, as a kid, I used to, with my mate, back in the day, when I was a teenager-ish, I think I was about 13, I think I was, play in an abattoir, slaughterhouse. Yeah, I know. So I can't really turn and say I don't like the idea of it, because I used to fucking play in one. Yeah. It's not really as bad as you'd think. I mean, obviously, it's, yeah, if you're going to be a bit tickled stomach, it's not something you're going to be wanting to get into, is it really? But when I was doing it, like, and in the vicinity and whatever, I did a few tasks in there as well, like, you know, which was very smelly. I can't argue there. You did stink of pig shit and cow crap and piss and whatever, and all sorts of other bodily fluids that were floating around there, but it's an abattoir and you've got all sorts of crap, blood, guts, you know what I mean, you got stomach bits and bobs, your intestines that I had to clean out. Well, they have to, I volunteered. Why would you volunteer to clear pig's intestines out for? Well, it was an experience, and I got quite good at it actually. For the 5 minutes I spent doing it, mind you, I did get quite good at it. And yeah, pig's intestines are full of shit. Did you know that? Yeah. From the top to the bottom, it doesn't matter which part. It just seems to be all the same. It's very smelly. But you know, whatever. It was ventilated good enough, so happy days then were. Hey, even the guys there, this is, you know, because we used to go down. I don't know why we ended up going into this slaughterhouse and why we was welcomed in there and what. I don't know. I've got no clue. But it was still, it was an interesting time of my life. That was. Yeah. They even had students come round, which I think were veterinary students, and one particular young girl. She was, yeah, let's say that I don't think she went into veterinary school after that. No, she was pretty much done at that stage. They had to put her in a little cubby hole out the way because she couldn't do it. She couldn't take it, which is rather odd when considering like I'm a school kid and there's me, like, you know, watching all this, that, and the other going on, and that's why it don't bother me when you see the tree huggers and all that sort of shit going, you can't do that, it's got a face on it. Oh, fuck off, for crying out loud. No, not at all. You have all these things go on the internet and they show you all the this, that, and the other that goes on with the animals and fuck knows else. And you got there's that one that seems to be popping up periodically, with the little chicks that are being, you know. At the end of the day, it's food, right? You don't go around going, oh, Mr. Lion, could you be a little bit more gentle with that gazelle? I mean, you don't, do you really? The fucker's got it around the neck, and at the end of it, scrags it around and fucks it off and kills it and just chews it and feeds his family with it. Who cares how it happens, how it comes out and what have you? The thing might be still trying to squawk its nuts off while it's being chewed. It don't matter. You don't complain. Ah, but when a human there, he's got a bunch of chicks and they're, checking to make sure they're all right and wanging them into a box and where do you think your fucking eggs come from in the morning? We don't eat eggs because they had a face on it before. Fuck me. I might get hated about it, but hey, whatever. I'm not a vegetarian. I will say this much though. I am not a fan of beef, steak, lamb and all that, and I only like bacon to a point. I'm not a gammon or anything or a ham kind of person, but I never have been, realistically. I mean, I have ate it at one point or other in my lifetime, but to be honest with you, I do prefer chicken, and sometimes I might even have some tuna, you know what I mean, or whatever, or a bit of cod, but that's rare. But mainly I do prefer my chicken. I always have done. I just like it better. But when you have like the years beforehand and you do have your likes of, say, I don't know, maybe a steak, and it does, at certain points it does taste nice, but it's the aftermath. My sensitive little body just cannot do it. It really can't do it. It's just one of those things. It just, now it's like, ugh. So, in hindsight, you eat things that your body can deal with, and my body can happily deal with chicken all day long and a bit of fish, right? So there you have it. But I'm still not going to be classing myself as any kind of vegetarian by any long shot now, because even though I can't have the likes of a nice cooked rump steak or whatever like that, I can have a hamburger quite easily. I can have myself a burger, you know, and then Mackies or whatever, you know, a Big Mac or cheeseburger. I can do all that, not a problem at all. I don't now more because after years and years of being fucking tortured again by shit that my body don't like, I've come to the conclusion that bread just doesn't want to do it for me whatsoever. So, hence I had to find something else. And luckily, not all bread, because I mean I can have the wrap, which is a sort of a type of bread I suppose I eat. It's a flat, thin thing, but again, my body likes that stuff. So, happy days, I can have that. Way, woo! You know what I mean? But I'm not going to be, you know, going, oh, you can't do that to little chickens now. Yeah, sorry, but now you're being ridiculous. At the end of the day, you are being ridiculous. To be honest with you, I mean, I know obviously now that there's people out there that are vegetarians, right, and they live solely on vegetables, but they have to take certain supplements to give them stuff that the meats would actually give them, so they have to take pills instead. So, but I ain't going to say that as a complete fact. It's just something I'm thinking about while I'm in my head looking around of different information I'm picking. And I do remember somebody saying that, I ain't going to mention who it is, that when she has a fever, she also has these supplements as well, because obviously living on vegetables is not all it's cracked up to be. But I say that with a pinch of salt. It's only my opinion, so don't get slamming me because it's just me thinking it out loud, you know. And so blah blah blah. Yeah, whatever. But I don't think I could be a vegetarian anyway, because like I say, I do like my chicken. But that is pretty much the only meat I only ever eat anyway. Again, apart from the odd tin of tuna here and there, but that's about as much as it goes for me. Pretty boring, isn't it, really, when you think about it? Yeah, but again, this is the reason why I still don't think I've got any kind of position, and I don't think anybody out there has any kind of position to turn around and say, you can't do this, you can't do that, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, because at the end of the day, we've got to survive, haven't we? And food is food. It doesn't matter how it comes, what shape or form it is, it's still food. At the end of the day, it's still food. You can only do so much in the humane way, if you like, but realistically, if the creature's been frigging snuffed, is it humane anyway, no matter how gentle you do it? No. That creature doesn't want to be fucking carked, does he? Of course not. But do you want to eat? Of course you do. There you are. But if you want to go down to the fundamental of everything being alive, because everything lives, realistically. The tree that's alongside me here, that is alive. It's a living organism. Right? You cut it down and make a chair out of it. You know what I mean? Oh, no. This is why these kind of things really do get on my wick. But, as you know, if you've seen me from the start to now, I am no tree hugger. Not at all. No, I'd rather it be bulldozed down and stick a fucking road round it. Oh yes! Makes my life easier. It might be inconvenience to some people, which it probably can be, and more than likely will be at one point or another, but eventually it don't matter. Because when time goes by, people just forget about it and take notice. Yeah. The reason why we're queuing up here is all to do with some sort of, I don't know, some social event, I should imagine. Which again is not what I wanted, because it's going to burn batteries away and we're going to lose fucking camera footage and whatever. It's just fucking shithead. Ah. Why? Why do you people just drive like a bunch of drongos? Why? There's no need for it at all, none whatsoever. If you all paid attention and drove correctly, we wouldn't have this shit. But it's probably Creamfields for a guess, but then again, I think we've gone past that junction, haven't we? Or is it further down here? I think if I can move out, I think I might move out. I think fuck it, get out of lane 1. I'm gonna move over to lane 2, because I don't want lane 1, fuck it. Because if it's going to be queuing off to get off the lane, then it's just stupid. Thank you very much, Mr. Car. Ugh. My nose is itching like a bastard. Fuck's sake, get up there, you fucker. Hey, at the end of the day, it's fucking irritating the piss out of me now for some reason. I don't know why. What is it? What's up there? I've got a fucking spider up there or something. No, it's just your erratic fucking nostril hairs playing games again. Do you know what? I've never known anything grow so fast in my life. You can pluck a dozen out and then fucking 2 dozen repair afterwards. It's just shit. Now you're probably asking yourself, well, we're speeding up now, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So what the fuck was all that about? I have no idea. Again, because people are fucking stupid. Well, at least you had fun moving my finger up my nose though. That's somebody did. Yeah, it's bank holiday, what do you expect? Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh, well, hey, how about that, eh? I do like the formations of clouds, I do, because they do come up with some weird and wonderful shapes, don't they? They really do. From ducks to turtles to dragons to babies to fucking boobs. Oh no, there's been all sorts of shapes up there, I'm telling you. It really has. I've seen a spaceship shaped one. That was cool. No, it wasn't a frigging alien before we started. It was a bloody cloud. Well, you know it could have been disguised as a cloud. Shut up. Go and play. Then we're going to go past. I think hopefully this lot here should calm down somewhere just after 19 and the services. Obviously we're going to have the roadworks to play with as well, all the way down to 17, because apparently they've increased. They're doing this centre reservation all the way down to junction 16. Yes, you heard me right. Junction 16, from junction 19 to junction 16. Yes, it might seem only 3 junctions, but yeah. What was it, 20 odd, 30 odd mile in total? Something stupid like that. It's a long fucking way. And you know full well that once the centre reservation's done, then there's the next step. And we'll have more roadworks, because then they're going to fanny about the hard shoulder to do whatever they're going to do with that, so they can make the whole thing into a 4-lane journey all the way down. Oh, telling you. I'm just telling you. It's crap, innit? But, you know, these things happen. Ooh. Hang on. La 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 la. Get a wet one up there, Jace. That might help. You never know. It could, I suppose. I mean, you know. There's someone up there just doing me head in. I know what it is. It's fucking getting on my wick now. It is totally getting on my wick. I apologise, by the way, if you're going to sit there watching me fake with me nose, but at the end of the day, how else am I supposed to do it? But it's doing me head in. It really is pissing me off. Irritating to believe. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure whether that's legal or not, but hey ho, he's got his pooch in the back of his little van, and the pooch is having a bit of an eyeball around what's going on. Yeah, no, fair enough. I imagine he would be tethered. Again, still. Being as though we've got the cameras on as well, I wonder if we'll have anybody trying to drive down lane 3 with a trailer, or possibly lane 4, depending on what kind of motorway you're on. But we're on a 3-lane one at the moment, so I had that the other day. That was fun. And believe it or not, caravan, similar to that kind of thing there, that sort of size. I'm not sure if it was a twin axle. Might have been a twin axle, mind you. And there's me. I'm down lane 2. And I look across to my right, and lo and behold, as I'm looking across, a guy with his car and his caravan comes past me. I'm like, So the window was down. I had the cameras on, but I don't think it picked up. I know that the me cam had gone off previously, but I don't know when this one had gone off. But that wouldn't have picked up anyway. But hey, So I winds the window down, and there was the lady sitting in the passenger chair, and I'm like, and she winds the window down. I says, "You do realise that it is illegal to have a trailer in lane 3?" And then as soon as I said that, she turned, blah, 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 and they moved over into lane what's name. But then eventually, as I'm driving behind them, only about 5-10 minutes later, come to a point, and he sticks the indicator to go into lane 3 again. I'm like, on the horn, you know, you just, no, don't do it. I mean, why on earth people think it's fine to drive down lane 3 with a trailer? I just don't get it. What? When did all this trend start? What the fuck? I'll tell you when it started. People being impatient bastards. Because what it is, myself being a HGV driver, when I'm overtaking another vehicle, we might be crawling a little bit, you know, a bit of a creep on. Oh yeah, yeah. And instead of being a patient twat, they'd have been a complete twat, and they overtake in lane 3, or possibly lane 4, depending. But if it's lane 3 and there's 4 lanes, then it doesn't matter, does it, altogether? But the problem is that they're breaking the law. It shouldn't be done. It's a big fucking no-no, alright? You just don't do it. If you've got a trailer and you want to overtake, you're just going to have to sit and wait. Simple as. But you see, the thing is, once one person does it and gets away with it, and somebody else goes, oh, well, they're the same. And eventually what it becomes complacent. It becomes a habit. And then you have that one bold bloke who'll have his trailer, not necessarily a caravan, but a trailer of some sort, and just la 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 down the fucking lane 3, overtaking everything, and just sit there in lane 3 and go, wee. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That kind of person. I'm like, really? And the best thing about it, there's no coppers about. I don't get it. I am hoping one day it does happen where there's a guy in his car, in his caravan, whichever, and he goes sailing off down lane 3, and he, you know what I mean? Go, come on, let's have a chat. Oh yeah, I'd love that day. That'd be hilarious. That would. Yes. One day he'll do it. Tell you now, he will. He will get that umbrella up. I swear he will. We're going to have to take a minute, aren't we, and actually just breathe in all this, because unless I'm not mistaken, the sun is out, the skies are blue, it is a bank holiday, and it's not raining. How cool is that? That is just, it's epic. It's actually not raining. I mean, it must have rained either yesterday or last night or somewhere, because there's a big puddle in the road round by us. But look at it. For a change, it's lovely. On a bank holiday Monday. For a change. Happy days. That's what you want, innit? Take advantage is what I say, because it don't happen very often. It don't. Oh no. Well, we're almost at junction 19. Get past this little bit here. And I'm hoping it should get a little bit better. Should do. We're all slowing down because there's 2 entrances to the motorway, which is obviously the 19 junction, but plus you've also got the entrance from the services. I say entrance because this is the exit. This is getting off, not getting back on. Just to clarify, just in case you was wondering what I'm going on about. Five past 1. wonderful. Now, this junction is going to be slightly changed, but only on the top side of it, because they are bypassing the 556 to the east, heading towards Manchester and the airports, and they're putting a nice big beautiful long dual carriageway all the way down, which will link to the M56 pucker, which will then finally bypass their road, which is a complete nightmare, not only for road users but for the poo buggers who live around there. This is why I'm not a tree hugger, because I think that's a great idea. Bypass the fucking lot. Why? One, let's look at it like this: congestion, down that goes, right? So you sail on through, no hassles. Two, safety. Yeah, because realistically, even though it looks like a dual carriageway, it actually isn't a dual carriageway. It is only a two-way lane. It's just that it's dualed, right? The only thing that makes a dual carriageway is if there are two separate lanes going in either direction, and it has a barrier to separate the two. That hasn't. The road is wide enough to have two lanes going in both directions, but it's still not a dual carriageway. No, it's not. So if anybody says to you that this is a dual carriageway and it's got no barrier, just white lines or even dotted lines, it's not a dual carriageway, I'm sorry. It is still only a two-way lane. Two-way road, if you like. That's all it is. I suppose you can call it a twin two-way, because having two lanes going in one direction and two lanes going in the other direction, but because it hasn't got that central barrier, it's not a dual carriageway. No, it isn't. You can argue as much as you want, but it's not. Simple terms is this, right? If you want to know whether it's a dual carriageway or not, this is how the instructors will tell you, is if you get a ball and you roll it from curb to curb, if it actually gets to the opposite side of the road to the curb by rolling it, and I don't mean finding a fucking gap in the bastard barrier and doing it you arse back, so don't start that before you just, no. And it's, it's got no obstruction, then it's not a dual carriageway. But if it has got an obstruction, then it is a dual carriageway. Have I clarified that enough for you? But again, you know, they have had a petition up to bypass that section for quite some time now. And I think I had a conversation about it a long time ago, saying that when things like this are put in motion, right? Little village, they want, you know, to reduce the traffic volume. Realistically, it's all to do with the HGV traffic volume, but traffic volume nonetheless gets reduced anyway. And they have to then have a petition, they have to go through all the other aspects of it, then they have to go through a bunch of red tape, and it takes years. Oh, years and years of exhaustive fucking information, land directives, fucking government buyout of certain lands, but that takes time. They can't just go and go, we want it now. They have to have a certain amount of time, then you have to put your plans in place and blah. I'll tell you what, you know, if some little village decided they wanted to have their road, their little village bypassed and have a road sent through and past it, 10 years roughly is in total, about 10 years. So if you want it bypassed now, tough. 10 years from now, if you start the ball rolling, you might be lucky. But it ain't saying that you can actually have it done, because your area that you're in may not have any kind of alternate route that can be put in place. You just have to put up with it. You're stuffed, because there are areas that vehicles like myself, we drive through and you think to yourself, good grief, ain't it a shame really, and there's no way getting rid, but there's nowhere can to be done. or the cost is just so astronomically expensive that it just isn't viable. You know what I mean? So there's all that comes into it. Nice, isn't it? But when they do actually finally, and you see the construction happening, have a think about the fact that it took years to get to the stage of the construction bit. I mean, years. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. You know, all these fucking roads that are built, the new ones, and all the ones that are extended and widened, you know, it takes a while to get to that point. Yeah, it does. And as much as this is a pain in the arse shunting down these poxy roadworks now, eventually it'll all start to make sense and it'll be done. But yeah, it's just the interim time of it being done. It really does wind you up. Because you think, oh, why are we stopped? Why is this? Why are we stopped? What for? There isn't really any need to stop like this. Because once we get to all the end of the crap down there, it'll start to clear up anyway. And you're like, well, why are we stopping for? I don't know. Yeah. People. Some people just don't think. Some people just don't give a shit. Yeah, well, I suppose in some respects though, right, it can make life interesting, because if it was all the same it'd be quite boring, wouldn't it, really? But I just wish they'd all be the same on the roads, like, you know, which would make our lives so much easier. Once you're off the road, do as you fucking please, but, you know, on the road, think about it before you do it. This is why I like to drive down lane 2 when you come to these road works, because lane 1, there's going to be entrances onto the motorway. There's no hard shoulder, there's nothing, so they're literally and they're on. So I sit here because they start to back up because they're letting people on the motorway, which is fair enough. But if every individual had a bit of common sense and thought about it, when you're approaching the likes of an entrance to a motorway from the exit that you've just drove past, I think I better move over. If I move over now, whoever is trying to attempt to get on in these poxy roadworks, they've got a bit of space to play with. Am I just too smart for my own good? Is that what it is? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's what you call some seriously testicle and route work, that is. I like that. That's one thing I have no idea how to do as a driver's not. I have no clue. None whatsoever. Never done one. Never had any need to do one, to be fair. Well, if I've got to suffer it, you lot have as well. At the end of the day, it's just tough. I can't do everything perfect, can I? No. Have a look at the road works that we're suffering from. Look, you know, and they're getting ready to level the ground off and put tarmac on by the looks of it. And partly down there looks like they already have done. Levelled it off, that is, they haven't macked it yet. Well, being as hell this weekend, I haven't really done anything interesting apart from putting videos up. Yeah, I'm on about myself. I was just basically just dossing, and yeah, I've come to the conclusion that I need to sort out my eating habits, because once again the weekend came along. Now, beat this, I didn't have a pizza and I didn't have a Chinese either. Yes, fucking awesome. But I did end up having about a couple of pounds worth of chocolate and crisps. But that was pretty much all I ate the weekend. I did have one wrap of rice and chicken, but one, whereas there's enough for two, but I only had the one. I was just like, I can't do it no more. I just can't do it no more. So I give up on that, and I binned the rest. Yeah, I just couldn't eat it. I don't know why. It's like today when I get home, because I obviously haven't been anywhere realistically to do it. I had my cereals this morning. That's what I did. Yeah, I've decided to, because I haven't been doing that of late for some reason. I just wake up in the morning, I just don't feel hungry, which is wrong really, because it's the best part of your meal, and you know, your breakfast is essential sort of thing, like, you know. And I've always been adamant about it, but for some unknown reason I haven't of late. I just couldn't be arsed. But today I forced myself. I thought, no, let's start afresh. I've had my cereals this morning, about 250 calories worth, and a cup of coffee. So then today, later on, I'm going to fight the urge to eat something sweet, which is really weird. I'm apparently, right, this will make you laugh, I must be pregnant, because according to scientific research, pregnant women do tend to indulge on chocolate more than any other sweet, because of it having manganese, is that right? Something like that. There's a certain element that the body craves, and chocolate has a lot of it, or at least some of it. So I think that's the right element. I may be wrong, but I know, either way, there is something in chocolate that we have, so I'm going to stick to that anyway for now. I'll have it up later. And also, it doesn't feel the bits and pieces, but this is the main ingredient that the body wants. And because it can get in a chocolate, you want to stick chocolate down your neck. And that wouldn't surprise me actually, because I do lack in a lot of things. I do take my vitamin pills, which I do anyway, because it's just one of those things. And so I'm thinking that maybe that could be the reason why I keep craving sweet shit. It's doing my head in. Oh. So, I'm going to jump on my bike, and I'm going to go down to Mackey's, and I'm going to get myself a wrap and a cup of coffee, only a wrap and a cup of coffee, chew on that, because that will then give me roughly around about, let's say, 5-ish, 700 to 800 calories in total. Now I can have another 9 if I wanted to, because I'm allowed up to 1700. I am. That's enough. That's all I need. Is just 1700 for me. That's enough. So I'm going to do that. Then later on tonight, say around about the 6:30ish, maybe 7 o'clock, I'm going to have myself a nice little pasta pot. Screw the rest of it. Pasta pot is the way to go. And I'm going to do that all this week to try and reduce again, because I can feel it. I feel me blubber. Blubber's now good. Don't want it now. I'm feeling bloated all the while. I just don't like it. So there you have it. There is that. I don't know. It just baffles me as to why I keep doing it. Why I'm fixated on chocolate and crisps. I just don't get it. The beauty of it is, right, when I was bigger, I never did that shit. I very rarely had chocolate and biscuits. I don't have biscuits, but crisps. Fucking, that was a rarity. I mean, don't get me wrong, fish and chips, or no, chicken and chips, curry sauce, quarter rounds of bread, yeah. You know what I mean? Or a kebab, or a Chinese, or a pizza, whichever. Yeah, I'd have all that shit. But chocolate and shit never come into it. Oh, I'm baffled. I really am baffled. And after the year or so I was, well, say the 6 months it took me to get down to the weight I wanted, and then obviously now it's just a matter of keeping that up. For at least 12 months it never bothered me. So I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah. I'm drawing a blank. I don't get it. I just don't get it. No. Something is afoot. There may be some frigging scientific reason for it. Like I say, I did have a look at what I was missing and what it could stand for, and the fact that it's got this. But that all sort of like was directed towards pregnant women. This lack of manganese, or if it's supposed to be, or there's some sort of mineral in it, I don't really know, but either way, vitamin of some sort, which I found bizarre, but hey. But apparently to actually combat that, the best way to do it is to have a higher cocoa content in the chocolate. But I've tried that, and I had the one which was 95% cocoa, and it tastes like shit. So maybe that probably might be the reason why you put off chocolate for a while, because it does taste like shit. It's vile. It ain't very nice at all. But I did it just to see if it would alleviate the craving, and I'll be honest with you, it did for a while. It's back again. So this weekend they had a big bar of chocolate and some twirls as well and whatever. So is that right? Yeah. I'm just so bad when it comes to chocolate. I really am. I'm like a fucking chocolate monster, honestly. I know that they do those tours around Cadbury's World, and you can help yourself to partly of it, and I'm like, I'd have a fucking chocolate seizure of some sort if I was in there. It'd be lethal. I know that, yeah, I'm going to mention it anyway, right, but it's like, it's a sad fact, but back in the end of World War II, and the concentration camps were finally let go and what have you, and the survivors, hats off to them. Do you know a few of those actually died of chocolate overdose when they got out? And it's, to think that can actually happen, being, you know, you can die of a chocolate overdose, I'm thinking, good grief, I would have calmed this shit down. I know it's a sad time of our history when you think about it, but it's there. There's a possibility, and I am concerned, because I can get through some serious amount of chocolate. I can. I just want to know why. I really, really want to know why. I want to know why. Why? What the fuck? I am not an addictive person. I really ain't an addictive person. I've proved that by kicking cigarettes and a piece of piss. I'm not really a smoker, to be honest with you. It not really doesn't bother me. So, and I haven't done that now for a good couple of years. So, I managed to give up biscuits. My favourite biscuits of all, there's two of them actually. The ones that the double chocolate ones, which are like, you cannot, hands down, you cannot have a packet of those and only have a couple and put them away with a cup of coffee. Nope. Cup of coffee, half a pack. Second cup of coffee, the rest of them. It's just the way it goes. I'm sorry. And what I used to do is I'd buy two of those sit down in front of the television, have a cup of coffee, have half, and then another cup of coffee, have the other half, and probably after doing that feeling quite, yummy, and then I would later on probably have the other packet and all, but I would like to try and save them for the next day, but it didn't always work. It's just a thing, and the likes with the bourbons as well. Oh, man, bourbons. They are the tits. Coffee again, especially the double pack ones where you got the 2 rows. Right, so again, one side cup of coffee, and then the other side with another cup of coffee. You can't just have one pack, you have to have 2. Oh, I was a bastard when it come to biscuits, but I give them up. Honestly, I've not had any. I don't do it no more. Done, end of, gone. 80-60'd. Bread. You all know me about bread. I've told you many a time about bread because it's part of the diet situation, and because of the situation with my intestines and my body and just don't like bread, whatever. Well, I'll give that up and all. And I love bread. I've even got a favourite bread that I love. I mean, it was brilliant. It was the best bread ever. Big, thick fucking wedges there were. You just about fit in a toaster. And if you couldn't toast the shit, you'd just stick it under the grill. Cheese on toast and beans. Cheese on toast, beans with fucking sausages. I mean, with grated cheese on top of it. Oh, telling you, talk about fucking heart attack, here we come. I mean, but it was great. Not just 1 or 2 rounds, it'd be fucking 4. If I was having one of those days where I just fancied a quick snack, it wouldn't really be a quick snack, because it'd be 6 rounds of frigging toast and marmalade. But I give it up. So what's this shit with chocolate? Mother. Oh, hey. You do realise there's more room for us to move over, dipshit. There's plenty of room. You're driving on the white line. So it does like, yeah, I don't get it. I'm sort of like wondering why. Why? I can kick everything else except for that. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever indeed. But I suppose one day there may be some proper scientific testicle idea as to why I do these shitty things and cause myself all this grief. You never know, right? Hey, there's a thought. After I'm long gone, right? I don't want to be long gone, by the way. I'd rather be here forever and a day, I'd rather be here until the galaxy and until the universe pops. I could live with that quite happily, yeah. I mean, be alive as long as the universe is alive, I'm alive. That'll do, I can live with that. But anyway, beside the point. There's another one here, what the fuck? Get off the white fucking line, dipshit! You got more than enough room for yourself, you fucking clotted bag of wank stains. Move it! Oh, that's why, because he's playing with his fucking phone. Oh, I see. What a complete bellend. Well, look at this dipshit here. I mean, I tell you what. Sometimes I wonder, where the fuck is he doing? Is he being greedy or something, or what? Now, you know me, if I'm going to be driving over the white line, I have actually got a fucking good reason. Why? Because this thing's 9'6" wide. The lanes themselves are pretty much bang on that to a point. Well, about 10 foot I think they are actually. Doesn't give us a lot of room, does it? Bellend. Anyway, right, yes, who cares? When I am finally long gone, don't forget this YouTube channel will still be available. It'll still be out there. You can still click on the videos and watch them. And it's just like, can you imagine years and years from now, 100 years or so from now, and people are watching YouTube, watching different, because I mean, it's a way to look back on the culture of things. And when you think of it in that kind of respect, what I do is pretty cool, because they could look back and see the journeys I've taken. So hi to those who are watching this in the year 2156. Hello, how you doing? You alright? This is what it looked like in the year 2016. It's like this crap we got now. So happy days. I hope you're having a better life than what we had back then. So you know what I mean? It's there, isn't it? So it's like you can wind back and look at history. But remember, those of you who are in the year 2156, by the way, don't take it all as truth, because there's a lot of shit on YouTube that's a complete pile of shit. All right. If you want to listen to me gabble on about stuff back in this day, then fine, do it. I don't mind, that's not a problem. But some of the things I do come out with are just for fun, alright? They're just a laugh. But the driving shit, that's serious. That is fine. But the rest of it's just me spurting out stuff that happens in my life or things I'm thinking about at the time. So there you are. I thought I'd get that clear for you. So if you've got this far down this video and you are from the year 2156, happy days! Have a good time and enjoy yourself. Oh, and by the way, if you can dig me back up again and then extract DNA and regrow me, could you please do that as well? That'd be great. Looks like we're on our way. Oh yes. Got a bit of a spurt on now. Why? Because we've now got to the services by junction 17. Junction 17 of the M6. Or something like that. Now I am catching up with this van, I think. Traffic's still a bit again, it shouldn't be. People paying attention. This is what it was like back in the day. Yeah. We drove. It's not automated like it is now. You're doing it. It was a lot more fun back then. We actually had our own way of doing things. Now, you can come ballering down here, but I'm not here for the fucking fun of it. Oh, come on. I don't want to be stuck behind this guy. He was playing with his fucking phone. As a matter of fact, it looks like he still is playing with his fucking phone. Oh, please, just fuck it off. Go away. Go away and play. Can I move out yet? Would be nice. Oh well. Yes. But all the video, I mean, I really do hope that YouTube and the internet of some whatever, it does continue on, because it will be a great way of looking back on history and seeing different things that have happened, and because of it being actually videoed and it's there in front of your face. You know what I mean? Not by somebody telling somebody who's told somebody who heard it from somebody, you know what I mean? That kind of crap that goes on. It's actually been videoed, recorded, it's there to see. Obviously, yeah, you've got to be aware of people manipulating shit and taking it out of context, but other than that, well, what a source of information that would be, eh? Ah, that'd be cracking. Back in blah blah blah, when this happened, and you've got all that information all on video from ridiculous phone videos that people still to this day have no clue how to use their mobile phone to video shit. Oh, drives me daft. You do not hold the video, your mobile phone upright when you're videoing something. Right? Do it now. Flip it on its side. Landscape. Right? Widescreen. Because that way, believe it or not, your phone will give you everything that's around you. I'll tell you what, it's amazing on how much, well, visual footage is lost by holding the phone upright instead of on its side. I don't get it. You'd have thought by this day and age people would have understood those kind of concepts, but they still don't. And you get it on Facebook or YouTube where they've got this fucking big black bars alongside his face. I'm like, eh. I mean, I made that mistake the very first time I used my phone to record something. But as soon as I realised, well, that ain't right. I video the other way around. Oh, that's better. You know what I mean? One mistake, that's the end of it. But people still freaking do it to this day. In all fairness, right, realistically, the mobile phone devices of today, no matter whether your phone is upright or on its side, it should film in widescreen, right? No matter what, right? Widescreen should be the fucking norm. 1080p at fucking whatever ratio should be the norm. But it's not, is it? No, it's not. It's a shame, really, but it should be. Well, that's a bit of a fucking funny thing to say, that is, isn't it? I ain't saying nothing, but I've just come from that place. Yeah. Refused 4 pallets. Buggers. Doesn't bother me, no. So I'm going home. Yay! Change gear. Why? Because we're going to be climbing up this little bit of a hill, and I have got to weave. It's not a lot. It's not that heavy. I'm just hoping, right? Yeah, you might think this is a bit of a weird one, but I am hoping that it's not too heavy for me to actually drop the bloody trailer. Because if it is, I'm going to have to fetch them fucking off. Now you're asking the question now, aren't you? You're going to, what do you mean too heavy for the trailer? Right. Let me explain. Because I like explaining these kind of things to you guys, because you find it really interesting. I might end up making it sound quite amusing, but at least it's a bit of information for you to think about. Right. If you've got a load on your trailer and it's got weight to it, and you've got to drop that trailer off, you have to be conscious about the weight that's on the headboard. We have got photographs of a particular trailer where some individual decided to have a loaded coil of aluminium put on the headboard, and that was the only thing that was on the vehicle. That is a bad mistake, because when he withdrew from the trailer, yes, the legs were weighing down, but in doing so, the weight of the coil outweighed the 3 axles of the wheels of the back of the trailer, and in consequence of that happening, the whole lot went and fucking nosedived. So then the actual the kingpin plate was on the floor. It was funny as fuck, and there was 3 axles in the air. It was hilarious. We have got the picture. It's brilliant. Absolutely awesome it is. So yeah, that's definitely one for the books. But that's because somebody who had loaded the vehicle obviously was not taught or even given the information that certain objects that you carry on a trailer may be okay to carry at the headboard while the vehicle's intact, but it might be too heavy for the trailer to be left on its own, and it's going to overweight and end up nosediving the trailer. It can happen. You can even damage the chassis of the trailer by doing that, because it'll end up flexing it and bending it and could strain it in some way or another. But you know, either way, it can happen. So I've got to make sure that when I do drop this, that the weight of the 4 pallets of water aren't too heavy and it don't go. I am thinking about it. I might have to take them off. As a matter of fact, I might let our lot know and say, look, I'm going to have to take them off and put them in the warehouse because I don't think they're going to sit on the headboard. You know, it'd probably be better to do it anyway, I suppose. I'll go and find it if I can or not. Should be able to. Should be able to. Might be safe to do it, I suppose. Because they're not going to go anywhere. They're going to go back. Yeah. Means a bit of arse about, mind you, but hey ho, so what? It don't matter. We'll get to that when I get in the yard, and I'll phone them and find out. And I say I've got to phone them up because it's now nearly 1:45. Well, it's 20 to 2. 20 to 2. Right. In the afternoon, on a bank holiday. Yeah, bank holiday Monday, by the way, you guys from 2156. So, there's nobody there now. They've gone home. They come in at around about 8 o'clock and they leave at 12. They're treated as a Saturday, in effect. They may be here till 1, but normally 12 o'clock and they're gone. But Bridgend should still be in, so I'll give them a ring and find out and see if they want me to. If they're not in, then I'll just have to do it on my own initiative, I think, and take them off and put them in the warehouse out of the way. So, simple as. I'll find out. I will find out later on. Yes. There's nothing wrong with finding out later on, is there? No. Apart from that boring snail pace shit to the roadworks, we're now in a sensible area. You see how the difference is? Nice, we're moving, constant flow. People are doing what they're supposed to be doing. In other words, keeping it my way. Everything's great. Happy days. I know I'm not going to be tempting fate because that's just rubbish. We're all fine. Everybody's doing great. I've already sent my piece this morning, which goes along the lines of this. I might not better do word for word, but it's Bank Holiday Monday. Let's all get from point A to B to C to D to B to Z in one point, one piece. No injuries, no deaths, please. Pretty much that. That'll do. If we all paid a fucking attention, we wouldn't have none of that shit anyway. I know. You ain't got to tell me. I already know. E.G. Junction 15 in 4 minutes. We've got roughly about 45 in total before we get back to the yard. But that's not too bad, I suppose. That one ain't going to do it though. No. I think, for a guess, I think me cam will probably turn off. It's got 146 at the minute. Come on, car, fuck off. 146 at the minute. Half an hour, so probably somewhere near 13, maybe. Junction 13 is a possibility. It might turn off. If it stretches to 12, great, then that's not a problem. But I think around about 13, for a guess. That one will go. Yeah, that one will be fine, all the way, hands down, perfect. So once again, ladies and jelly spoons, you will have another epic to watch. Which you're actually watching there, by the way. Yeah, I know. I keep doing that, don't I? Well, it does sort of like make you think when I start talking about things like that. Preemptive. That's what it is. and steady as we overtake. Overtaking vehicles that passed us earlier. I mean, well earlier. And especially this particular vehicle here, that's towing a caravan. Slowed down because I'm catching up. Remember, the one with the pooch? Who's obviously lying down there, you can't see. Putting me foot on the brake, putting the exhaust brake on, just a little bit, not too much though. Take it back off again, put the cruise control back on, change the gear, put it back in there, it's on manual now, automatic now, not manual, it's automatic now. There was right there at that section you're coming down, if you look to the left there's like a bit of a farm thing, I think it looks like a bit of a farm thing anyway. Then you've got the pole with the camera on it, what are all the bits there, and if you look carefully, whether or not my cameras have lasted long enough to actually video that bit, but there's all like spackled crap all up it in different colours, because there was one particular day coming down here where a truck that was pulling paint, and it was just weird, it was bizarre, it had just erupted from it. I don't know, it come out the side of it, fell to the floor of it, but it was absolutely everywhere. Paint was all over the place. I don't know why, but there you have it. As a matter of fact, there's quite a few areas around here that if you look closely you can actually point out disasters that have happened. We've already gone past one, it was just up there. There was another one somewhere down here as well where you'd have to be re-tarmacked because one of our drivers ended up burnt out. He's still alive. Oh, wrong one. Unfortunately, the other driver didn't make it though. Head-on collision. Flames, fire, all sorts of rubbish. Hold on. Did I do that? No. Manual, stay in 11, we're climbing a hill. Stupid thing. Certain points on the road, different areas along the central reservations or the side verges, you look at them and you go, oh no, something happened there, or something happened there, I remember that there, I remember that there. Yeah. I have got a bizarre mind, haven't I? You haven't got to tell me, I already know. It's like the other, was it last weekend I think, or the weekend before? Not the one just gone. I don't think it was the weekend before that. There was the accident up on the M62 which involved an Audi and a lorry, and the Audi got crushed because the lorry went over. And I looked at the photographs that was left and that little bit of footage. It's very bizarre on how it all. I mean, sadly, there's lives lost there, which is always a bad thing. It's never something we all want. No way. And I'm looking at the pictures, looking at the end result, looking at the skid marks and the spiralling pattern of tyre tread. And what makes me immediately think, just by looking at that, is what happened to cause the lorry to lose control? What was it that put the lorry on its side? Because if you look at that situation, now don't forget, this is only a speculation in my theory, it's got nothing to do with fact whatsoever. This is only what I extrapolate from the pictures I've seen, right? And the end result. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, right, the lorry's on its side and it's trapped this car, and the individuals that are in the car, they lost their lives, right? Sad. Unnecessarily, but it's sad it happened. There's not a lot we can do about that. I looked at the situation thinking, well, how has this occurred? Obviously going to have an investigation and that sort of shit, and there will be a definitive answer. But I'm looking at it thinking, because my mind's going now, going, well, how the fuck could that have happened? And I'm thinking, I hope they don't blame the lorry driver straight away, like just go, oh, lorry driver's fault, you know, the lorry driver's involved, you know, lorry's causing, but because I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, it's a straight stretch of road realistically, so how on earth has the lorry ended up on its side in the first place? Now there is it was a container, a steel box on a skeleton trailer. So there are things that can cause that, so obviously depending on what's in the trailer, could be fluid, could be something, right, it's movable, it's got essential of moving inside there. But again, on a reasonably straight piece of road, how did it end up on its side? So my mind's thinking, well, hang on a minute. Far short of having a blowout, right, on the front tyre, right, front steer, right, you will drop, right, bang, you're going to go down, right, by at least a foot, right. I think it's about a foot, something like maybe 10 inches or something. It's a drop you're going to get. And it's a significant drop, especially if you haven't got the lift axle down, right, you're going to go down. So there's a shock of that, if this is the case. This is only a thought, so it's part of the theory. So obviously, down it goes if it's the driver's side, bang, it's going to try and snatch you, right? So you're going to compensate by pulling it, because it's a shock, you don't expect it. You know that one day it could happen, but you're just not expecting it. Bang, pull, yank, so you're trying to drag the thing around. By doing that though, you're going to send the vehicle in this pattern. The front's gone down already, so you're going to send the vehicle that way. Which then, if that's the case, and whatever's on the back of the vehicle could be manoeuvring around inside there, throwing the balance of the vehicle off, could then start to tip the vehicle. Now, this is if that occurs. The couple in the car may have seen this happening at a distance sort of thing, but they're travelling, panicked, they've jabbed on the brakes, lost control, and started their fucking pirouetting across while this vehicle's doing, the guy in there's doing what he's doing, for argument's sake. Like I said, it's not a fact, it's just only an hypothesis, it's a theory. So as he's countering it, and he was yanking the wheel the other way now, right? And now it's going that way, so it's the objects in the back are throwing that side. So now he's, and obviously you see the pattern, you know what I mean? And then he's doing that, and obviously it's gone too far, it's kicked it, and over it's gone. While that car's doing its fucking pirouetting and landed underneath the back of the trailer, it's gone straight over. That is what I see from a driver's point of view. That's one scenario that could have happened, right? The other one is that what happened in front of the vehicle itself, the lorry driver himself, what has happened in front of him for him to basically change lanes in such an abrupt manner that has sent whatever he's got in his trailer again in a wobbly fashion. He's tried to counter it by pulling it back. It's gone too far again, pulled it back, and so on, until eventually the thing's gone over. And again, the couple in the car have seen this happen, panicked, slammed on the brakes at speed and done all the squiggling around everywhere and spun it round and ended up getting flattened. it just, I mean, I don't know. It just seemed a very strange end result to being the position, because I mean, as sad as it is, because it is extremely sad, and it's a sad thing to have the family members lose their lives on the roads, because it's yeah, it happens all the time. It shouldn't really, but it does happen all the time. It's really sad when people have had their family members you know, taken away from them like that. It's awful. But in some respects, I really hope that it was purely an accident of circumstance, and that some individual didn't cause that accident. Because if somebody did cause that and they fucked off, I hope they get fucking haunted. And I don't believe in ghosts, but I hope they get haunted for the rest of their fucking lives. See him there, just sitting there fucking minding his own business. Buzzard. But yeah, it just bothered me. Me camera's ended before I even thought. I even got past fucking junction. Well, I ain't got past the services yet. Oh, well, hey. Oh, never mind. Shut off. Oh, that's a bit strange. That should have... Actually, it's gone blank. That's weird. It's gone blank. Hasn't it? Well, then again, changing the subject a little bit there. I actually updated my Hero 4 because there was an update on the site, so I've updated it. Now before, when it got full, it just come up on the screen saying full. Now it's just got a blank screen now. And it ain't as if it's flat because the thing's on charge still. I will have to investigate and have a look. But I can't do that yet. I went to get in the yard. Interesting. Well, you see, because I am that kind of guy, I have got my previous updates from previous times. So if I want to, I can always revert it back to what it was before. I wonder if they've got rid of that lead file. I doubt it, because it's just shut off. Because if they got rid of that lead file between each files, that would save about a gig or a gig and a half. I doubt it though. Never mind. Carry on regardless. Yep. We've still got one camera going. It's about all we probably have got now. Oh, that's such a shame. Never mind. Hopefully, the next few months, probably next year, mind you now, I might have enough money together to get myself my battery packs for the back cameras. I know Mr. Frustrated Nomad, he's the one who can only do with around about half an hour to 45 minutes worth of video in. And if I've got short ones like that, he'll be happy to watch them all day long. But these long ones, he just can't cope with them. They're too much. He's ADD, don't let him. It's a shame that, isn't it? But then again, I mean, at the end of the day, I am quite surprised that a lot of you do. You do manage to watch all these videos all the way through. You do amaze me, a lot of you do. Absolutely amazed. Yeah. But I'll keep on doing it. I will keep on doing it. Don't worry, I am not going to get bored of doing my videos for you guys. I will keep doing them. They may start, I'll get thinner, as in once a week, or I might be able to put 2 on a weekend, like, you know, but you will get them at least once a week. My little journeys that I do from here to there and there to here, depending. It's just something different, eh? Something different to watch. Everybody does the, you know, the cameras where they're facing themselves, and they put a little bit of a camera looking outside, and well, you know, realistically, when you think about it, and I will admit that I am blowing my own trumpet here a bit, I make it into a bit more of a journey type of video with the multiple aspects of it all, with different views. And I do believe that as of at the moment, whether any other drivers will latch on to the way I do things and do it my way, I don't know, but as I know for now, the multi-camera thing it's me. I'm the only one who does it. I mean, other drivers might have two cameras in there, one facing themselves and one facing forward, but I'm not seeing any with having it like I do. So yeah, let's hope that it stays on me, because that would mean that I would get more and more people interested. Keeps climbing. It does. It keeps climbing. Slowly but surely. So I'm quite happy with. It's done quite well so far. Considering I don't actually promote the damn thing, I'll leave that to you guys. So when you watch the video, if you like it, then that's up to you. You want more, then you subscribe. If you don't and you ain't that bothered, then you don't. If you like it enough to think that your friends might enjoy it, then you'll share it with your friends. But if not, and you want to keep it to yourself, then you just keep it to yourself. I mean, I'm easy either way. Yeah, I'm not bothered. I was having a laugh and a joke with my brother at one point, saying that wouldn't it be fun if I got to 3,000 by Christmas? I don't think I will. Not now, looking at the way things are, but I reckon I might do the 500. You know, so 2,500 by Christmas. I think that might be possible. But like I say, again, this is slowly growing on its own. None of this blah blah here and blah blah there, here blah there, blah everywhere, blah blah. No, I don't do that. No, I can't be doing that. Because I think if it's left to you guys to do the promoting on your own accord, and for every video you watch, if you think it's worth sharing, then you will share it. If you think it's worth subscribing because you want more of my strangeness and the journeys I take to certain destinations from one to another, then you'll subscribe. If you've had enough and you don't want to, then you'll desubscribe. I mean, I can't, and it's the same with any other YouTuber out there, we cannot force you to subscribe or be on the channel or stay with the channel or like it. We can't. There are the lucky ones out there that find their little niche, like I've said before, and they're able to do a kind of content which gives them notoriety in a good way, and they become famous because of being a YouTuber and having millions of subscribers, which then, believe it or not, gives them the ability to make their channel even better. Because as soft as it sounds, I know I seem to be going on about this a bit now, but it is at the end of the video, so hardly anybody will see this anyway, so it makes a difference. But the more subscribers you get, the better the channel will become, because it starts to pay then, and equipment gets better. I mean, I've been subscribed to certain individuals who have started off with with only a couple 100,000, and now they've got millions, and I've been with them since they've had a couple 100,000, and it shows the difference between having the couple 100,000 subscribers to having, you know, near enough, what, 5.5 million or whatever it is. And that way their content has got much better, because they haven't got to worry about earning money through a job, because that now has become their income, and they can spend much more time researching and doing whatever they need to do for their channel, and you know, it all pays off. Hence then they get more and more subscribers, more and more funds, more and more income. So it does pay eventually, but it takes a long time. And as you guys know, if you're going to aware of it, you know, by now, the videos that I do for you lot, it's all secondary. This is not my job, this is a hobby. I do this just for the fun of it. And because of you guys who have decided to subscribe and increase my channel slowly but surely to the point that it's at now, I keep going because of that. If I'd have stayed at, say, the 50 or so subscribers back in the day, and it didn't climb up to what it did do, I wouldn't have bothered. I'd have got to give up, because it wouldn't have been worth it, because I wouldn't have had no fun with it. So I think I would have packed it up. But because every time I do a video, I have a bunch of views from you lot, some nice comments, some really good questions asked, and the friendly banter from you lot, you know, I mean, I'm quite content to continue. I really am. And you never know, sometime in the future, because you never know, I mean, you know, stranger things have happened. If I do come to the point where I end up with thousands upon thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of subscribers, I mean, I'm not going to, you know, hold my breath, but hey, like I say, you never know. Stranger things have happened. Well, then I might be able to do things a little bit differently, and then do my videos in a better way, because I could concentrate solely on the videos and not worry about work. And you're thinking, well, how's that going to work? Oh, well, you see, there are ways around that. Like I said to you, you know, I drive my truck and I video that from different points of view, different places, point A to point B, or from point B to point C, or from point C to D, depending on how I feel, or even from D to E, depending on what kind of job I've got that day. But if I haven't got to work and I had the money, just imagine, right, I could have my own truck, I could have my own trailer, purpose built, by the way. I mean, obviously I'd have to have an endless supply of money. It would be purpose built, so it'd be more of a trailer come apartment, if you like, mobile home, but in the style of a truck. And I'd have to have the Volvo. That's just, you know, hands down, that would have to be done. But it'd be a push between the Volvo and the man truck, because the man truck is, you know, it might be a crap truck to actually drive, but for videoing it's the best one out. I suppose if I could have my own, I'd have a few things tweaked with it. So I suppose there is that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad truck. I would like a Volvo. But if it's going to be a bit awkward having the Volvo doing the videos, then I think it would have to be the man truck. But I'd have to find. I'd have to look into it, wouldn't I? But again, like I say, it's only a what if, or you know, it could be a viable possibility years from now. I mean, I don't really know. It's just, you know, it's not something that's at my grasp at the moment, I suppose. It's just an idea. I have thought about it, but I do continue on doing my videos. I enjoy putting them together and uploading them for you guys, because you lot are pretty much awesome. Well, I think it's great. And if I don't put videos up, say I miss out a week or 2 weeks, and I have a message on Facebook sometimes, or even on one of the older videos, and so what's up? I always have somebody out there. I'll go, yeah, don't worry, Jace does this now and again. He has a couple of weeks off. He'll be back, don't worry. And then that comes from one of you lot. I'm like, I ain't even got to say a fucking thing, because you lot now, you're already clued up. And lo and behold, sure enough, up comes a video of mine, I'll put back on again, or I will give you a little video and say, yeah, look, this is the reason why, that's the reason why, and, you know. I'll always keep you informed. I'm not going anywhere. We've had our ups and downs, us lot have, haven't we? We almost come to disaster, but my loyal fans who stayed, I've probably got the ones back who was in there originally and then they decided to quit and then they come back again afterwards anyway, but that was such a small amount, surprisingly. It was such a small amount, because we've had our ups and downs, like I say. When I lost my channel, well, temporarily lost it if you like, but I got it back, and we're doing what we're doing today. And we've been doing it now for 12 months or more now, I think it has, and it's been over 12 months, I think. And I'll keep on and keep on and keep on. And as time does progress, eventually we will have different places to video as well. And tomorrow, as long as the weather stays like this, which fingers crossed I hope it does, I'm going somewhere different tomorrow that I haven't done before. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I'm going to be doing, because I think you're going to be surprised and you are going to be questioning what the fuck's going on. Yes, that is a digger, and yes, Mr. Cyclist has been a complete prat. So tomorrow, not that you're going to get to see it tomorrow, by the way, you will see it at the weekend. So when the weekend comes, yeah, I think that's going to be interesting. Like I say, I really, really hope the weather stays nice, just for that day, so I can go and get myself videoed off and done, and then happy days, you know what I mean? So hopefully, and you'll see what I mean. If it all pulls off, I mean, I might be saying this shit now, and it might not have actually fucking happened now, they might even change it, but I have been told that I've got a job to do tomorrow. I'm in early, so I won't be able to go on my frigging bike. But then again, in saying that though, this morning proved something I can actually do. Ooh. You see, I had to push my bike out of my back garden. I didn't think I could do that, but I did it this morning, so... that's a bit of a fucking interesting thought. Hey-ho. Okay. Well, looks like I might be on my bike tomorrow morning then. I like it. The reason why I say I probably I wasn't sure about going on a bike in the morning, is because of, like I say, pushing the bike outside the back gate and onto the road, which would be better for my neighbours when I start the bike early in the morning. It's because I've got a little bit of a step I have to get up, and I actually did it. I pushed it up there, so I thought, well, if I can push it up there, I'm sure I can. Yeah, okay then. So, yes, okay. Happy days. And you know why I'm stuck behind this vehicle, don't you? Right? you've only got to realise that I am heavy. I'm not too heavy, but it is only a, you know, just a normal, what's the name? Doobie Fergie road. Oh yeah, he's pulling out anyway, look, see? Bit of patience. How dare you? Where the fuck are you going, dude? You're in the middle of the fucking road. There's oncoming traffic here. Be careful. You might be going down there, but that's just stupid. Mr. Farmer driving on the opposite side of the road heading towards traffic. I mean, that's just fucking stupid. You bonehead. See what I mean by people doing the most stupidest things? I can see why he moved over like he did, but he didn't need to. I was quite happy for him to wait, you know, and do his manoeuvre correctly, but that was just silly. I'm sorry, but that was just silly. Never mind. End of. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Yeah, so what? So what indeed? So what? So what indeed? Yes. Anywho, all I can say is that I will keep on, keep on, keep on. All because of you guys. Yep. Yeah, here's a thought. I could do fucking diesel up. But you know what? I can't be arsed. It wasn't diesel up this morning, so fuck it. I'm not going to diesel it up either. I'm gonna go to the yard. Besides, why would I want to do that? I'm gonna drive to the yard now. I might as well finish the fucking journey off, haven't I? No, can't get yet. Can't get. See, this is a. Why these fucking brakes fucking lock up? I don't know. It's a pain in the arse. Is it good? Whoever idea was to do that, to put a delay on the handbrake, is fucking stupid. I've noticed a couple of man trucks have got this handbrake delay now. It's fucking ridiculous, especially when you're trying to pull out of an island like that. You can't do it. You put your foot there, it's like, come on, you fucking, and then all of a sudden the brakes release, and it's like, too late now. Fucking traffic's coming down. See what I mean by people who do things who don't fucking think? We're doing it because when you pull up the traffic lights and there's cyclists in front of you in their little cycle zone, they've got time to pull away from you before you accelerate. I don't give a fucking shit. In all fairness, the cyclist shouldn't be in the fucking front of a truck in the first place. And breathe. I'm digressing again, and I'm sorry. I wasn't about something really nice and interesting about you guys being awesome. Yeah. Yeah. What the? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Come on, dude. There we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Yeah. And besides, I think now at this point in time with this YouTube lark of mine, there was one statement, and this was before I think I'd even reached the 2,000 mark. I think I'd just gone about 1,500. I think I was on, or maybe something like 1,600. There was one guy that says, because actually that's what it was. You just because What it was is because I'd obviously got cancelled, if you like, in a sense. I couldn't do any more videos. I had to try and think of something else to do, and of course, by doing that, you see, the missus is on the fucking path. Best idea ever. This dribbling idiot in the fucking way. Oh, I'm digressing again, aren't I? Oh dear. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, yeah. So of course, one guy who said that when I actually finally come back and was doing my videos again, he says, "Oh great, YouTube wasn't the same without you." Now that's a bit of a bold statement to make, that, when you think about it. I mean, am I really that kind of personality that people miss me? That if I did quit? No, I'm not. Before you say it, no. But you know, so I thought that was quite cool. It was a nice sentiment, that was. I thought very nice indeed. Obviously, it's, you know, it's only his opinion, but still nice nonetheless. Come on, Mr. Security Guard, open the fucking gate. I have pulled up towards it. You can see me, you dim-witted fuck pig. Now open the door. We're in the yard. Yes, we're in the yard. Boys and girls, ladles and jelly spoons, we are in the yard. I'm going to park. Actually, am I going to park? No, I'm not going to park it up just yet. I've got to get these pallets off because I don't think it'll sit. Be too heavy. So, never mind. Not to worry. Walton, same as this morning. Walton, the same as this morning. You can tell he's new because he's not done this before. Right, I'm going to pull this down here because I want to fetch these pallets off. So that's me done. End of. I will see you a lot later. Have a good day or weekend or whatever, whenever you decide to watch this video. Have fun. Bye. And I will keep doing it for as long as I can do it for. Alright. Bye. Enjoy. Tiddle pip and all that. Go on then. Off you pop. Pop, poppity poppings. Bye.